Good morning, Womanition. Hello, ladies. As Heather mentioned, my name is Lisa Sobry, and I'm a multi-talented person. I am a published author of 7 books. I'm a spiritual coach, a mentor and an empowerment coach, a traditional Usui Reiki master teacher, and I'm registered with the Canadian Reiki Association, a healer with many other modalities under my belt. Whew. I got a lot of stuff going on. I said I was multi-talented, right? Jack of all trades, master of a few. Like you, I wanted to be my best self, to heal myself from my past traumas, so that I could help others do the same thing. And trust me, there's a lot of trauma back there. I survived molestation as a child. I was raped as a teenager. Marriage, divorce, raising teenagers in this day and age, like holy smokes, that's a lot. And the technology nowadays, oh yeah. I was in a relationship with a narcissist who broke my heart and pretty much tried to break me. I've owned several businesses and they all crumbled because I was with the wrong partner. I built a house, I renovated houses, I bought and sold houses, all while I was single and on my own, with no men in my life other than my son and my best friend. And all of these things belong in the past. Those experiences shaped me into the woman that's standing on this stage today. However, they do not define who I am. It's because of these experiences that I'm standing here, empowering as many women as I possibly can. If I can help one woman avoid the traumas that I've avoided in my life, then I've done my job. We're here today because we are passionate, right? Isn't that why we're here? I've studied many different modalities on my way to my healing journey, dug in deep into the shadows within myself to overcome limiting beliefs that have caused patterns of trauma in my life. And I learned tools that I now teach in workshops, classes, meditations, and through my writing. Being able to make that choice to work through what I had to do was hard work. And it's still hard work for me today because I'm a human and I make mistakes. How many of you have not tried something because somebody told you that you shouldn't or that you couldn't? Raise your hands. How many of you? That's the impact of words, of somebody's words that they say to us. Today I want to talk to you about how important it is for us to reprogram any negative thinking that we have and change it into positive thinking. When I was 14 years old, my mother told me that I was a terrible singer. My reaction, I quit playing the piano. I quit singing solo. I couldn't do it. My mother's words affected me. If she said I wasn't good enough, how could I ever be good enough to do anything in my life if I didn't have the support of my own mother or the love of my mother? My grandmother, my music teacher, my friends all said, "Lisa, you have a beautiful voice." But it didn't matter. It doesn't matter. Somewhere deep down inside myself, I knew that I had a good voice. So I joined choirs. If I was part of a choir, my voice was never singled out. I signed up for voice lessons, and I decided, you know what? I'm going to be a singer. This was my lifelong dream. I wanted to join a rock band when I was 16. When I graduate, I'm going to be the new Lydia Taylor. Like, let's go. No, you know what I did? I got pregnant, and I was a single mom at the age of 16. Because of those words. Those words destroyed me. So think about the words that you have. Think about what you say to people. I watched a woman that was 80 years old get up on stage in front of 300 people and sing. It was her lifelong dream and her lifelong goal. And you know what? I still have 25 years. Am I going to quit? Never. Absolutely. I have the opportunity in the next 25 years to get in front of a music coach and actually have words come out of my mouth. So that little story shows you how much of an impact someone's words had on my life. And I know everybody here has had something similar, right? Or very close. Most of us have experienced something similar in our lives, and we've just walked away because somebody told us that we couldn't or we shouldn't. What I did is I created a program called the 3 A's: acknowledge, accept, and take action. In order for us to even know that we have a situation or a problem in our lives, we first of all need to acknowledge that it exists. I acknowledge the fact that I will not sing solo in front of anybody. I'll sing in my car or in my shower and belt it out, but nobody can hear me. The next step is accepting. Accepting that I have this issue and not blaming anybody else for where I am today. Now that's a little bit in your face, isn't it? You are responsible for your life. There's no more blaming. There's no more blaming my ex-husband. There's no more blaming my mother. My mother isn't standing right here saying, "Lisa, you're a terrible singer." And if she was, why would I allow her to disrespect me like that? That's my choice. I'm allowing that. I'm responsible for that. As adults, we're in charge of our lives. You're the only person who controls what happens to you. Healing comes from the inside, not the outside. Love comes from the inside, not the outside. And you have to absolutely 100% trust and believe in yourself. I'm going to say that again. Trust and believe in yourself. Because whatever life that you want to create, you can absolutely create it. Do not let anybody stop you from creating that life. You've allowed your life to be the way it is right now because of the actions that you took. Nobody else. You made that choice. And accepting this is one of the hardest things that you will ever have to do. Trust me. I know. Until you do, though, your life is not going to change. The definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So if you want your life to change, you need to change you. And you must absolutely remember that you cannot change anybody else. If you try and change somebody else, chances are they're probably going to revert back to who they were before. Remember, you and you alone are in charge of your life. And you have to absolutely 100% trust and believe in yourself. Finally, we're going to take action. Ask yourself, what action do I need to take? Do I need to do something? Do I need to say something? Do I not need to do anything? Remember that you're in charge of your life, and you are responsible for how you react to things. I can't control how you react to the words that I'm saying here on stage. That's your responsibility. If you want to help another person, give them the tools and then back off and let them do it. They have to do the work. We can't do the work for them. Why give your energy away and your power away to somebody else? You have to 100% trust and believe in yourself. Accepting responsibility for our lives is one of the toughest things we'll ever have to face. And I know it. I'm standing here on the stage talking to you right now because of it. So that's it. I have the 3 A's. I've worked through my stuff. Everything's awesome. I have this wonderful, amazing life, and yahoo, let's go, Lisa, right? No. Those are 6 words that were said to me over 40 years ago. That's the first thing that I started working through my self-confidence, my self-esteem. I still have 55 years of programming that I need to work through, not just from my parents, society, my teachers, my friends, their parents. Everybody has conditioned me to think and say things a certain way, especially when they told me I couldn't and I shouldn't. It's because of this that I created my latest book, Opening to Spirituality. It's a workbook designed to help you work through all of the issues that you have in your life. And there's no guarantee it's going to work. I mean, we're an onion and we just keep peeling layer after layer after layer, trying to get to the very core. And then when we think we get to the core, it's like, oh my God, where did this come from? Now I have to work through that. So I designed the workbook to follow the story of wildflowers growing. Before we can even think about planting seeds, we need to work through the soil. We need to dig it up and till it up. We need to think about what kind of flowers, what kind of wildflowers do I want to put in there? We need to fertilize it, get it ready. These are your manifestations. In relation to us, before we can move forward, we need to stir up and release those things that are no longer good for us. We need to just let them go. Then we have to water, right? We need to water our ground. We need to figure out where we're going to plant our rows, make everything all nice and perfect or not. Once our plants pop up, we still need to water them. We still need to weed them. We still need to monitor our new thoughts. Pay attention to what you're saying to yourselves. When negative thoughts come up, we need to acknowledge them. And then again, just let them go. Now, our new programming is taking effect. Our relationships are changing. We, just like the wildflowers, are starting to bloom. Others will test us. Oh, trust me, they will test us and try and pull us back to the old us, to the old you, because that's what they like. That's what's comfortable. Bring her back. Oh, she's getting too high. Let's pull her back down again. You need to get rid of them, just like the weeds. Pull them out of the garden. Let them go. So we have manifested these beautiful things into our lives, and now we want to make sure that we keep them. We are reprogramming who we are and how we feel about ourselves. But we are human, and it's so easy for us to go back into the negativity and the self-criticism. Do you know the person that hurts us the most is us, especially as women? We look in that mirror and we dislike our bodies. Our hair is too short. My hair is too long. Oh, I don't have enough makeup on. Oh, I got wrinkles around my eyes. I don't eat healthy enough. Think about what you say to yourself every single time you look in that mirror. So what do? You know when you're in a car and you go, arch, and you slam the brakes on? I'm beautiful just the way I am, standing here in front of you. I am perfect just the way I am. Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with me. It's taken me a long time to get through everything that I've had to get through to stand on this stage here before you today. So let's return to our wildflowers. They're just finished blooming. The season is over, and it's time for us to dig them up out of the ground and let things go. It's important to know that this is not something that's going to change overnight. It's going to take time. We have to reprogram. We need to let things go. When we know that our life purpose is to help others find and create their best lives, we also know that we have to teach them that their continued success means they need a support team, just like Womanition, just like Dorothy, just like Heather. We need a group of like-minded, kick-butt women who will stand as a rock and be flexible when we need to be flexible and hold us up. Being able to actively listen is key. It's key to success. So grow yourself strong through your healing abilities. Then pull up those big girl panties and let's empower as many women as we can. I love you, I respect you, and I am so grateful that you are part of my team. Thank you.